Hey there friends, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about SBlends. We've been talking about consonant blends a little bit. We've been talking about how we can sound those out and read them. So today we're really focusing on blends that use the letter S. So we're going to be looking at how S can interact with other consonants, how they can work together to make unique sounds, and how we can read those in words. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start off, friends, let's talk about what is a blend. A blend is two consonants working together to make two sounds. Unlike a digraph, you hear both sounds in the word. So in a consonant digraph, something like SH, TH, or CH, you only hear one sound. SH says sh, TH says v, and CH says ch. Those two consonants are working together to make one unique sound. But in a consonant blend, we hear both sounds. So for example, here's the word slip. If I didn't know this word and I needed to sound it out, I could sound out each letter individually and still figure out what the word says, like this. S, o, I, p, slip. But when I start to get familiar with some of my consonant blends, I can recognize that S and L work together, and they say s, o. So we still hear both of those sounds, but as we're reading, it can be really useful to be able to recognize those blends and use them together rather than trying to sound out every letter separately. So some common S blends that we're going to be looking at today are SC. It says sk, as in scared, sk, scared. SK, which also says sk, as in skate, sk, skate. SL, like we just talked about, which says sl, as in sleep. Sleep has sl at the beginning. We also have SM, which says sm, as in smile. We have SN, which says sn, as in snake. We have SP, which says sp, as in spin, sp, spin. ST, which says st, as in stick. We hear both of those sounds at the beginning of the word, stick. And SW, which says sw, as in sweet. So let's sound out some words together. In this word, we have the EA pattern, which says E, right? So we have our digraph at the beginning, SN. Now, like we just talked about, SN, by themselves, those letters say S and N. When we put them together, we are just taking those sounds and putting them right next to each other. Sn. So we have sn, E, k. Sneak. Very good. So this word is sneak. Sneak, sneak. Now remember, with a consonant blend, you can sound out the letters separately and you're still going to get the right answer. It just makes it a little bit harder because you have to remember all the different sounds as you go through. So we're still hearing the S and the N separately. Sneak, sneak. But knowing what those blends look like can make it easier when we start to read fluently. How about this word? We have S-C-R-A-P. The vowel in this word is short, so A is going to be saying A. And the rest of these letters we can sound out. So first, let's just sound this out one letter at a time. Sk, ap. I'll do it one more time. Sk, ap. Scrap. Very good. So this is the word scrap. Sounding out each of those letters separately gives us 5 sounds to remember as we're reading. Now that's okay if you can remember 5 sounds and blend them together, but knowing some sounds and what they say together already can be really useful. So our blend in this word is going to be SC, like we talked about before. SC says sk. So if we already know that SC says sk, now we shorten this down to a little bit easier. Sk, ap, scrap. So all it's doing is making it a little bit easier for us to see how those consonants can work together when they're sitting there right next to each other. Now this word only has 4 letters. It's also only going to have 4 sounds. So our A in this word is short again, our vowel there. So it's going to be saying ah, ah, ah. But if you have used foundations before, then you've probably heard of the glued sound am. AM says am. So really we have a consonant blend at the beginning, SL. And then we have a glued sound am at the end. So if we look at this word, we know that SL says sl, as in sleep. So we have slam. Slam, very good. So again, this is something you can sound out separately, slam. But if we know what our blends are and we know our glued sounds, that can make it so much easier and faster when we're trying to read. Now in this word, we again only have 4 letters. So we're going to have 4 sounds. We're going to have that short A sound, a. And we have the consonant blend SW here at the beginning. So SW says sw, as in sweet. But if we sound this one out here, we're going to have s, w, aw. A is going to be saying aw here. I misspoke earlier. S, w, aw, t. Swat. Very good. So sometimes our vowels don't say exactly what they're expecting us to, and that's okay, especially when we're encountering a new word. We just want to try to sound it out as best we can. So if you looked at this word and went swat, that's okay. That's how you would phonetically pronounce this word. So the more you get exposed to new vocabulary and new language, you'll start to recognize some of those words that maybe don't follow the spelling patterns. But the important thing here is that we have the consonant blend SW, sw, there at the beginning. So that S, that W, we hear both those sounds, right? We hear s, w. But seeing them together, we can remember that that just says sw, and we can kind of group them together and keep reading that way. All right, this next word here has a short E sound, e. And our consonant blend is going to be ST. Can you remind me, what does ST say? Awesome, ST says st, as in stick. We still hear both unique sounds, s and t. We can just remember them together to make reading a little bit easier. So here we have st, e, m. Stem, very good. So this is the word stem, as in the stem of a flower. We have 4 sounds, st, e, m, stem, but we can remember that the ST is a blend and it makes it a bit easier to read. That's all for now, so let's hop on over to Seesaw and see what we're working on there. So in your Seesaw activity today, it's going to look like this. You've done 2 other activities that look similar to this, but with different blends. I think we did our blends like this, and maybe another one as well. But today we're focusing on our SBlends. So when you get to this page, friends, this activity is called SBlends on Seesaw. The first thing you're going to do is write your code word, and your code word today is going to be STEM. S-T-E-M, STEM. So you're going to use your text tool or your drawing tool to make that word and then put it in the code word box, the red one right there. Once you have done that, then you're going to come over to our actual worksheet. So each of these pictures has a matching word in the word bank, okay? So up here at the top we have the words spell, slide, snow, scale, sweep, stone, spine, skate, slug, swim, smell, and sleep. All of these words have an S blend at the beginning, SC, SP, SL, etc. Your job then is to match the word to the picture. Now you can look at the pictures and try to figure out what they are on your own, or you can listen to the word that matches. So the little speaker here, if I hover over the little speaker and then I click on it, scale. That fish has a scale. Scale. Now I've heard the word, I've heard it used in a sentence, and I heard the word one more time so I know what I'm looking for. So that word was scale. So I'm hearing a sk at the beginning. That's either going to be an SC or an SK. Both of those say sk. So now I need to look at the words in my word bank and see if I can find one that matches. So I'm going to have to look at all the letters, think about what they're saying. The word scale has a long A, so maybe I'm looking for a silent E word. I hear an OL in the word scale, so maybe I'm looking for an L. Kind of work your way through the word, find it from the word bank, and then you can use the text tool or the drawing tool to put the word in the blank. If it were up to me, I would also cross the words out of the word bank as I went, after I'd written them down, so I don't end up using the same one twice. But that's totally up to you. If it's easier for you to not cross them out, that's fine as well. All right, friends, so that's all we have for today. Nice short lesson. Rock on, superstars. I can't wait to see what you guys turn in, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.